So after this video is over, I encourage everyone to go check out my previous video that I posted 5 days ago, because I said on March 20th that this is potentially the last opportunity that we have before the Bitcoin halving to really get in at a good point where there is a breather and you're setting yourself up not to buy the top or to be in the red for a significant amount of time, right? Because the goal is to get in and get out both at good points. Now, keep in mind, this is when a lot of people in the YouTube finance and stock sectors were out there throwing videos out there saying that Bitcoin is going to head a lot lower. And it is good clickbait material. However, if we just zoom out for a second, and this is something that I have been saying for quite a long time, and actually I'm going to go to the weekly just so you can see it a little bit more clearly. Put the drawings on. Each one of these is the beginning of the Bitcoin halving. This right here marks the beginning of the first. This is the beginning of the second. This is the beginning of the third. There is a very clear pattern that happens before each Bitcoin halving. There is a pump, a breather, a flat line, and then an increase, right? A pump, a breather, a little bit of a flat line, then an increase. Once again, a pump. There wasn't really a breather here. Flat line and then go. You could, because this is the COVID, this is the COVID dump. This is kind of a black swan. You could maybe say that this was the lead up. This was the pump. This was the breather. This was the flat line. That was the increase. Okay. So where we are right now, if we just get rid of this drawing, we are very clearly in a pump. Okay. Now it's important to keep in mind that usually the pump and the breather happens many weeks before the halving. This one so far, it has really just been pumping. And I said, now that there is more of a track record, this halving has happened 3 times now. Maybe there's a breather, maybe like a significant breather, something you can see on the weekly or at least the daily, or maybe there won't be. And if there isn't, then you should ideally get in at a good time in case that you are wrong, right? So this right here, what we have is textbook, breather, and then continuation to the upside. Now, once again, let's go back to the hourly, because once again, I want to remind everyone, I put out a video 5 days ago saying that this was the last opportunity that we have to get in. And at this time, I didn't know exactly when that would be, but I said that you want to get back in or scale into your position on Bitcoin when the HA market bias indicator on the hourly, which it is, turns green. Now, if you notice right here, as soon as it turned green, we got a huge pump to the upside. There's a little bit of a breather now because markets closed. And tomorrow we might even see red, but nonetheless, this is textbook pump, breather, recovery. That is textbook. You can go to the S&P 500, which is really just beautiful for entry and exit positions on the daily and the weekly as well. But on the daily, you can see, there we go. So you had a pump. The HA market bias indicator pretty accurately determined the breather. And then as soon as we got green, we were all systems go. And you would have gotten in at 405. And you could have scaled out today if you wanted to, although you're not really getting a signal to, at 517. Okay. So to compare that to Bitcoin's pattern on the hourly, you can see it's very similar. Pump, breather, recovery. Okay. And the recovery is what you want to scale into. You can even put Bitcoin out on the daily very accurately. As soon as we got green on the HA market bias indicator was 21,500. We are at 70,711. Okay. So this setup is very easy. It is how I was able to call out this pump right here and have a good entry should this continue to go longer. And with the the halving coming up, half trend is a different indicator. With the halving coming up for Bitcoin, there might not be an opportunity to get in because it's so close, and because it has happened 3 times, everybody and their mother is going to be anticipating at this time. If you can remember back in 2017, was it? Bitcoin was pumping, and it was probably the first time that it really hit mainstream. Yeah, right over here, 2016, 2017. It hit mainstream, and everyone was worried that it was going to crash, and of course it did, right? There are a lot more crypto people out there. There is far more institutional money in crypto now. Institutional money likes to get in early. I guarantee you institutional money started getting in way back here, leading up to the halving. So will there be a dump after the halving? That is entirely possible, and you need to prep yourself for that. However, I think at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot more meat on the bones, and you can ride that all the way to your second home. Sell out, buy your second home. Out. That's all I got for you. I appreciate everyone watching. If you like the predictions here, if you like me following this setup, please hit the notification bell. Hit the subscription button first, but the notification bell will let you get notifications. And the easiest way you can possibly help out the channel is just hitting the like button. It helps tremendously. So appreciate everyone. Happy trading, safe trading. Until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks.